Microsoft filed a lawsuit against the United States government yesterday. This is the latest in a series of battles between the tech industry and Washington with regards to privacy and government surveillance. So this lawsuit, Microsoft Corporation versus the United States government, was filed in a federal court in Seattle yesterday. And it's basically just wanting to, Microsoft wants the right to tell customers if the government is requesting documents or, access to their information. Microsoft says that the government is violating the Fourth Amendment, which requires that the government has to let people and businesses know if there's any search and seizure, and it says that that the government is violating Microsoft's First Amendment right to free speech. So this is specifically with regards to not necessarily people's personal computers, but specifically information that they keep on remote servers, such as the iCloud. So it's kind of just created another question with regards to what the tech industry's role is with regards to aiding the government with surveillance. So they talk about the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, which was passed in 1986, and that extended the government restrictions with regards to wiretaps. It extended to electronic communication and email. The thing is that it's so out of date. I mean, 1986, we've obviously seen how information is transferred and stored. It's quite a bit different. So in this lawsuit, Microsoft had this to say with regards to the cloud and information there. They say, people do not give up their rights when they move their private information from physical storage to the cloud. The government has exploited the transition to cloud computing as a means of expanding its power to conduct secret investigations. This, of course, is on the tail end of Apple dealing with its issues with the FBI trying to hack into the iPhone of the San Bernardino shooter. So what do you think? I mean, it's interesting timing, wouldn't you say?
The timing is definitely interesting, especially as you mentioned on the heels of Apple.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, why can't people know?
Yeah.
I understand the government issue, warrant, but why can't an individual know that their stuff is going to be searched?
I mean, and that's exactly right, and that's all that Microsoft wants. They're not trying to say like, oh no, the government can't get into your information. That's just sort of the time we live in. I mean, Edward Snowden proved that through and through. But they're basically just wanting to be able to let people know, which I think is perfectly appropriate. Because even just, for example, there's been a lot more interest from customers with regards to security, perhaps as a result of Snowden's information that he revealed. Because even over the past 18 months, Microsoft said that 5,624 legal orders were made from the government to search people's stuff, and 2,576 of those actually prevented Microsoft disclosing to the customers. So really, again, they're not trying to undo this system of government surveillance. They just want people to be able to know. So yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. There's also been some criticism too with regards to the timing. I mean, the fact that Apple got a lot of very, good publicity as a result of saying, no, we're not going to let the FBI unlock this phone. So it's just interesting timing. Some people say like, oh, is it because Microsoft's actual software is sort of waning in legitimacy? So their cloud business is more important. So yeah, I don't know. Do you think that there's a business motive behind this lawsuit?
I absolutely think there's a business motive behind the lawsuit, just because of the timing of it all.
Yeah.
Just because of the timing. Microsoft has always wanted to catch up and maybe be on par with Apple,
totally.
Right? So whatever Apple's doing,
just
Microsoft's
one step behind.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. So I mean, also with regards to timing, this lawsuit was filed one day after a congressional panel voted to advance some of the reforms in the eCPA, and one of the last-minute provisions is that an individual doesn't have to be notified, that the government can let the provider know and then sort of leave it up to the provider if they're going to let their customers know, unless there's a gag order. So really, all Microsoft wants to do is at least let you know that Big Brother is watching.